Welcome back to my channel. So I am actually redoing this video because it got lost the last time and I had to replace my phone and be sensed because I record a lot of my videos on my phone. Just coming back to quickly redo this video really fast. It is about obtaining a practicum site. I have my notes here. So if you see me looking down a lot, that is because I am referencing my notes. Just getting to the video. So first I wanted to talk about what exactly is a practicum site. So a practicum site basically is an externship or an internship. Usually if you're in any type of health sciences program or nursing program or anything that has to do with health, medicine or anything like that, sometimes you are required to do a practical, a clinical, or practicum. My program requires us to do a practicum. It's basically you being able to apply your knowledge to real worlds. So it's real world experience application. So everything that you've learned in your program so far, you'd be able to go ahead and apply to your current position as a student intern or a student extern. I think that this is very beneficial for students because it helps the student realize how much they've actually learned, how much knowledge they've acquired so far in their program. It also helps them to express what they've learned and essentially become an asset to the team of their practicum sites. I think that it's actually very beneficial. I know that it's definitely helping for me. It's helping me realize how much I've learned so much in my program, and I'm so grateful for the practicum site that I have so far. I'm going to get into the 7 tips on how to obtain a practicum site. So number 1 is know your school standards and guidelines. Totally important for you to know your school's standards and their guidelines. You're a representation of your school, so how you need to represent your school and also represent yourself as a student professional and a future professional in your particular major. Just to know exactly how many hours you need to acquire and obtain for your practicum site. If your program requires you to do a practicum site in order to graduate, that is essential to know the school guidelines because you don't want to fail your practicum. I mean, it's possible you can fail it and that would be it for graduation. I know that's how my program does it. So I know for me, I'm always accessing my school guidelines because I want to make sure that I'm actually doing what I need to do and I'm aligned with the timeline that they've mapped out for us students. Keep your advisor updated. So this is essentially important because your advisor could be that buddy that actually pushes you out of your procrastination if you are going through procrastination. Your advisor is there to help advise you, basically let you know whether you're running out of time, whether you have enough time when you're mapped out to graduate. Your advisor may even know people who can help you gain a practicum site. Keep your advisor updated with everything you're doing as far as your practicum goes, okay? Number 3, think of everyone you know, but not just anyone. When I say not just anyone, I mean like not someone who's working at an ice cream parlor or someone who's in a total different field or specialty than you. Someone in finance. I'm not saying that someone in finance may not know other health professionals, but it's less likely that they'll have that actual connection with a health professional that they can connect you with. Think of everyone in your circle that you may know. Some people that may be in the health professions, some people that may work in a hospital or health department or a clinic or private practice or your family doctor, someone that you can possibly speak with and ask for advice or connect with to help you get a practicum site. Number 4, apply to internships relating to your school major or your career choice. Practicum is there to actually help propel you or put get your foot in the door to your actual future career prospect. For a behavioral science major like me, naturally you'd probably looking for a practicum site that has a lot to do with behavioral science, where you can apply all of the knowledge and the techniques and the research that you've learned so far to that particular project or research or whatever it is that you're working on in your practicum site. I wouldn't be looking for a health policy practicum site because that's just not my major, that's not my specialty. And even though I may know a little bit about health policy because it is a part of my core requirements in my program, I may not be much of an asset to it because my specialty, my interest, and my passion is behavioral science and psychology and all of that. Make sure that you're applying to externships or internships that are related to your specialty and not just applying to anything just to get it. Remember, you're supposed to apply your knowledge to a real-world experience. You're supposed to actually be gaining experience and learning from this particular practicum. And if you're not doing that and you're just applying to practicum sites or internships just to have a practicum site to get it over with, you're not really going to get the most out of your program or the most out of the experience. So, yeah. Number 5. So I know that I spoke about techno stress in my last video and how it's not good and how communication can get lost in text messages or email. But sometimes, especially with paraprofessionals, they may not have time to actually listen to messages from their phone. It's much easier to just email them. And email them during the day or in the afternoon, not in the evening. You may have better luck emailing during the day. Guys, make sure that it's professional, it's polished, and it's grammatically correct. You don't want to send an email that is like totally not grammatically correct or professional, because that sends out a bad impression before they even meet you in person. Just make sure that it's polished and it's nice and that you're getting to the point. Number 6, make phone calls. Even though I said email and that phone calls can sometimes get lost, phone calls sometimes may just be the only option. If the email is not being answered, guys, just give them a ring. There are people that, I've emailed before and they've never gotten back to me. And then I've called them and it's like, boom, they're right there, like on the phone, and they're totally interested in having me shadow or speaking to me. So sometimes phone calls are something that you just have to do. Number 7, don't get discouraged. Now, this is the last tip, but I just wanted to explain to you that it is so easy to get discouraged, especially in a program as such, because you see others around you getting their practicum sites. They're telling you about their hours. They're telling you about their experience. I was in this boat, and I was wondering, when am I going to get a practicum site? Like, I have to find a practicum site. It took me a whole summer to actually find a practicum site. If it wasn't for the research assistant position that I have now, actually connecting me with someone within the psychiatric department who was willing to take me on as a student to do my practicum there. I can't say I wouldn't have had a practicum site by now, but I can say that it was definitely daunting, the experience trying to find a practicum site. So just don't get discouraged. You will find a practicum site that will help propel you in your future career and help you get your foot in the door. You just got to keep focused, and hopefully by all of these tips that I've given you, it will help you find one faster than I did. Don't get discouraged. And for those of you who have found your practicum site, I hope you enjoyed the most out of it. Make sure that you apply all of the knowledge that comes forth into your mind that you have learned in your program. Just have fun with it. Don't be too serious. Have fun with it, but also stay within the ethics of your school guidelines. But you're representing yourself and you're representing your school. All right, guys. So just look out for some more videos for 2019. These tips will definitely be on my new blog site that I am actually revamping. I just hope that these tips really work for you, okay? Have a great day. Bye.